Hey there guys, welcome back for another episode of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium. So, this week we're taking a look at issue 7, and no models this week. We do get 3 paints, which is a little bit different to what we were getting with Mortal Realms. Obviously we only got 2 paints an issue, but my guess is the reason we get 3 paints is to cover the price increase. So paints are £2.75 a pot. So we got 3 of them. We're looking at what, 2, 6, 7, about £8.25, £8.50, something like that. Obviously price will be up on the screen at the end. So not really a saving this time. But if you include, you could include the cost of a magazine. We are getting a magazine with the paints. So you're paying like 75, 50p, 75p for the magazine, and then you're getting the pots at retail, so not too bad a value, but obviously no real saving this week. So the colours we get though are Retributer Armor, so we got that one there, if it will focus. We can get it to focus, there we go. So yeah, Retributer Armor there, Mechanicus Standard Grey and Corax White. So obviously all 3 are base paints, so you can put them straight down. Now with Corax White, I will say to make sure, give all your paints a good shake before using them anyway, but Corax White is a horrible one for clumping. Let's have a look, see how bad we are. This hasn't been shaken up. Yeah, you can see a lot of the liquid in there is separated from the pigment. So do make sure that you give these a good shake. Try to reduce the clumping and whatnot. And then, yeah. So, like I say, not really a saving this week, but, we're going to get issues like that. But then at the same time, we're going to get issues where, the models are worth 15, 20 quid and you're paying £9 the issue. So it balances itself out. They can't give us great value every issue. So, learn about the era Indomitus, which is where most of the this campaign that we're going to be playing through is set. Follow a detailed paint guide and battle with your painted models. So first of all, we've got a little bit of background. Now, with the markings here, they are to go in the folders. This is, as we see, issue 7. Which is the 3rd delivery if you started with issue 1 and 2 being your first delivery, if you're a premium subscriber or a subscriber. So with this batch 7, 8, 9 and 10, we would have got our folders as well, so you can start sorting them into the folders. What I'm probably going to do is you get the first folder free and you pay for the additional folders. I'll probably buy the extra folders just so I've got a nice shelf of folders. But I think what I'm going to do is just dump 20 issues in each folder, not sort them out until I've completed the collection, and then spend an hour or so ripping them all out and putting them in the folders. I mean, personally, I'm not going to be keeping the how to build part or the painting guide. It'll just be the background, the rules and whatnot. But yeah, so here we've got Ultramarines' names and titles. The genetic enhancements that lend each Space Marine their size and strength also grant them extended lifespans. The greatest of these superhuman warriors may fight for centuries, earning titles and honours and leaving their name etched into the history books of their chapters. So what they're doing here is to say they're rolling 2d6. One dice will count as the 10s and the other will count as the units, and basically you'll end up with this. So it's a d66. Ideally, if you can roll 2 colours, do it that way. So 1 colour dice and another one, a white dice and a black dice or something. That way you can say that the black dice is your 10s, your white is your units. You could roll it twice, so you roll for the 10s first and roll for the units second. Otherwise, if you want to be slightly cheaty with it, you could roll both dice and pick whichever one you want to be your 10s. So you could pick, say you for this example, you could say, oh well, I want the 4s, the 10s, so we're going with 42 instead of 24, and then you pick your names. So you've got your first name and your second name. Then we've got the same on how to roll a D33. It's obviously explained here. I'm not going to go through the explanation of that. To be honest, this is the first time I've seen a D33. But again, it's going to give you the table here for the heroes' titles. And then you've got the same again, D33 for the honorifics. And then the Necrons. So we're going to do the same for the Necrons. These are obviously something that you'll be putting in your little data sheets that we get with the issues that have models, and they get their little character card type things. So obviously it's giving you some ideas to name those characters up. And then again the D33 on the back for the dynastic epithets generator table, tongue twister, and the Necron unit names generator table. So obviously if you're doing a whole unit of warriors, then they'll just be called a host, a phalanx, a vanguard, or whatever, and then a first name for them. Right, then we got a little bit of information on the Imperium. So the era Indomitus, the Imperium Resurgent. Divided in two by the Great Rift and threatened by countless foes, the Imperium of mankind looks to its greatest living hero for salvation. And that would be Roboute Guilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines. And obviously we've learnt a little bit about the Great Rift when the Eye of Terror split across the galaxy. It split it into two halves. On the south half we have the Holy Terror and the Emperor's Light and all that. So basically the south half is okay. And on the top half we have the Imperium Nihilus, which is a little bit more overrun with demons and tyrannids and, you know, all the other nasties, and obviously they're cut off pretty much from reinforcements. So yeah, obviously we've got some nice reading down there and on the reverse for it. So now dawns a new age of war, because when the split happened, Guilliman awoke at that same time, due to other circumstances, but he was returned, and he's now leading the Indomitus Crusade throughout the galaxy to try and reach the other side of the rift, and obviously look for a way to close it. It's also when they introduced the models, or the Marines that we are collecting now, the Primaris Marines, were introduced at the same time, or just around the same time, and they are pretty much what the Indomitus Crusade is about, is getting those Marines to the new to the chapters, so they can reinforce chapters and help bring the Imperium back together. Right, then we've got the how to paint Space Marines details. So obviously this is going to be using the paints that we've just got today. They're going through the whites, and then your golds. Now they're saying to do it over the blue. That's fine as long as it goes over a dark colour. Gold comes out better, but I wouldn't try and put it over a white or a grey. Personally I do over black, but you can do it over blue. It doesn't come out too bad. So going through all the units that we've got with the Retributer Armor, putting the golds onto them, and there you go. That's what you'll end up with by the end of today. Then we have the playthrough. So obviously I'm not going to go through this. If you want to check out the playthrough as I play it, obviously I play it slightly different, but I play a playthrough using the rules as they are here. Check the card in the corner there, and that will show this week's playthrough. We will take a quick flick, but I'm not going to go into the details. So we're going to be learning a few extra stats here for the Assault Intercessors. It is 2 Intercessors against 3 Necron Warriors. But yeah, so we're adding Strength, Toughness, and their Heavy Bolt Pistol is now usable within this scenario. So there you go, we can see as we play through it. Obviously, I'm not playing it exactly to the guide. The guide is telling you, you know, you rolled this, you do this, this is what happened. That's just so you can read it and learn it, but play it yourself, you're going to get different rolls and stuff, but you'll know what to do by following the guide or my videos. Right, so next week, moving on, we've got issue 8. We get a Necron Overlord. So this is going to be our main leader for the Necron army. I do believe we get a Lord at some point, and possibly another Overlord. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it is just the Lord. This Overlord and another Lord. So yeah, he's in issue 8. And then we've got issues 9 and 10. The reason they're putting them like this is with issue 9, obviously by the time you're seeing this, it came out a few weeks ago, but issue 9 gave us half of the total sprue, which gave us, I think it was 4 warriors and 2 scarab units, and then the other sprue with issue 10 gave us 5 warriors or 6 warriors and 1 scarab unit, something like that. It was split between the two. I know that a lot of people were getting duplicates. Issue 10 had the same sprue that issue 9 had, so obviously check that if you have a problem with that. If you're a subscriber, you can get returned, or you can contact Hatchet and they will fix it for you. They will sort that out. If you are not a subscriber and you purchased it from a shop, you will have to return it to the shop and get them to sort it out for you. Apparently Hatchet aren't dealing with mistakes through the shops, which is a bit wrong, but you know, at the end of the day, you bought it, it's from them, they should be the ones replacing it, but they should ask for it back. I think the reason they're not taking responsibility for shop purchased ones is when you're a subscriber and you put in a complaint, they don't ask for the issue back, and so they're trusting subscribers to be honest. With a shop, you could just be trying to get another issue, is the way that they see it, because they're not asking them for them back. They can't guarantee that it was a mistake or anything, so they're not holding liability. Return it to the shop and get it sorted. But anyway, that is the end of the episode, guys. Bit of a short one this week. It's just the paints, obviously. So thanks ever so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do check out the playthrough up in the corner there. Hit a like on that video, because the more likes I get on those playthroughs, then I will continue doing them after issue 10. Issue 10 will be the last playthrough if I don't get enough positive response on the playthrough videos. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you have recently subscribed, then a big warm welcome to the inner circle. Thank you ever so much for your support. And until next time, guys, take it easy. Keep painting those minis.